Number 13, that the act be committed with evident premeditation. Evident premeditation. So in Spanish, ang tawagan na is premeditasyon. Mao ni siya ang exact opposite sa mitigating circumstance that the crime was committed with passion or obfuscation. Sa passion or obfuscation, the offender did not have sufficient time to reflect. Wa siya time nga pahuna-huna sa pagbuhat sa krimen. So, it was more of emotion than reason. It is the other way around sa evident premeditation. He has all the time to reflect, makaplano, makahuna-huna. Nasa'y time na mo reconsider, mo atras, or mo padayon. Pero, ning padayon gihapon siya. Despite sa careful deliberation or paghuna-huna, iyaha gihapong gipadayon ang pagbuhat sa krimen. Mao na ang pinakagahi nga aggravating circumstance nga i-prove, pinakalisod i-prove nga aggravating circumstance. Tungod kay dili enough nga moingon ka nga ang akusado nakakomit og krimen. Kinahanglan mo i-prove pud nimo nga akusado giplano niya or was determinado gyud siya para buhaton ang krimen even before the date it was actually committed. So you must have previous history of the party. Ang last requisite is a matter of computation sa pagkwenta. Na ay dapat sufficient time between sa pag-determine to commit the crime ug sa adlaw nga gi-commit gyud niya ang krimen to show that he has the time to reflect. What is sufficient time is depende. Kano sa mga nga sufficient time siya nagplano? Depende siya sa circumstance. Pananglit, giplano niya ang pag-commit sa crime 1 or 2 days before it can be. How about 15 minutes? The number of hours is sufficient. The longer the time gap, the better. Ang application of the circumstance becomes clearer. So the longer the time he has to reflect, the premeditation becomes more evident. Ang evident premeditation dili siya mag-apply sa error in persona. So yung error in persona, posilo nimo si A pero ang naigo si B. O di na siya ma-apply ana. Example. Evident dire. It involves a determination to commit the crime prior to the moment of its execution and also to carry out the criminal intent, which must be the result of deliberate, calculated, and reflective thoughts through a period of time sufficient to dispassionately consider and accept the consequence thereof, thus indicating greater perversity, mas greater yahang kasamaan o perversity. Unsay requisite sa premeditation? That the time when the offender determined to commit the crime, an act manifestly indicating that the culprit has clung to his determination. A sufficient lapse of time na distansya sa oras between the determination and execution to allow him to reflect upon the consequences of his act and to allow his conscience to overcome the resolution of his will. Problem. A planned to kill X. Yan na siya plan to kill X for so long. Dugay na niya giplanuhan. He planned and he made preparation to kill X. Usa ka adlaw, he started to implement. Adlaw na yan ang implement. Iyang gipatay si X, but it turned out to be Y. Y di napatay. He did not kill X because of error in persone. Of course, based on Article 4, he will not be prosecuted for the death of X because he did not kill X. He will now be prosecuted for the death of Y, and it was established that he has been planning to kill X for so long. The question is the killing of Y by evident premeditation? By evident premeditation dito? The answer is no. There is none because he did not premeditate the death of Y. Di man si Y iyang patyon, si X man. So the evidence would show that he premeditated the death of X. So Y was not part of that premeditation. However, dili na siya dapat i-confuse with the ruling that it is not necessary to premeditate for a specific victim. For example, where the accused planned to be amok, nag-wild siya dia, nagmaoy, yang kung kinsa iyang makoy tigbaso niya, he will kill every person he meets. Tanan makoy gusto niya patyo niya. Ang iya habang liability aggravated by evident premeditation. So the answer is yes, but I did not pander. So wala man ako gahuna-huna kay you did not pander, but there is no error in persona. Why? Because when I premeditate, I will kill the people I will meet. So whoever I meet is part of my premeditation. So there is no error. So that is the praise to whom that may concern. Therefore, it is a premeditated act. So the next is that the craft, fraud, or disguise